What did you think of him when you first met him, and did you ever think you'd see him running for president?
Well, to be honest with you, I never thought anybody I knew would be running for president. But Barry Obama, I actually knew his name was Barack Obama when we were children in 5th grade. He was always kind of special. He was from Indonesia the previous year, but his mother was from Kansas, and his father was actually from Kenya. And in 5th grade, his father traveled all the way from Kenya to Hawaii to visit Barack for about a month, and he actually visited our 5th grade class and told us about Africa, and especially growing up in Kenya.
And you used to play basketball almost every day with Barack?
Right. Barack was, since he was from Indonesia, was a much better soccer player and tennis player coming back into the United States. But then we all started playing basketball because there was a basketball playground right next to our building, and in fact there are basketball playgrounds all over our campus. So we used to play during recess, at lunch, after school, even during the weekends.
And he was pretty mean on the basketball court, I understand.
He was mean but fair. We were all just kids enjoying it in a game, pretending that we were all NBA professional basketball players, and we just had a lot of fun. We could play basketball outside all year round because we lived in Hawaii. It was probably one of my happiest times growing up, was playing basketball with Barack and my other friends.
Now, this week, Michelle Obama has said Barack is on an improbable journey. How has the craziness of the campaign trail affected your friend?
Well, you know, Barack, I didn't believe he had this much energy to go onto the campaign trail for 19 months for a presidential election cycle, and then he still has another 69 days until November 4th for the general election. But he's kept up a wild, frenetic pace. He did get to go back to Hawaii for vacation, I think, a week or two ago, and I hope he's refreshed because he's going to be in hyper demand for the next 70 days.
And as you say, I mean, this is going to be a very intense period coming up. What are your hopes and fears for Barack, and what advice would you give him now for the final straight?
Well, you know, he's an athlete. He has to put his game face on. He has to give that 110% maximum effort that you do when you're an athlete, when you're a championship athlete. And he's come this far. He just needs to push it through. I hope it's about issues and not about little things that doesn't matter. We want a great president to lead the United States. We want a great president to show the world that we can be a fair and equitable country to all the nations. I think we've needed that for a long time.
And did you get involved in political life because of your friendship with Barack Obama, or did you get involved because you really believe in his campaign?
Well, I grew up in politics, and I'm always concerned about who my next president was going to be. And I didn't think Barack was going to run. So when he decided to run this year, actually in 07 for 08, I was so happy and surprised that I jumped on board the week before that he announced, and we were 30 points down most of 07, but it changed January 3rd in Iowa, and everything's just gone very well for him since then, and leading up today, tomorrow, and hopefully for November 4th, the general election.
And Dean Ando, what finally is your favorite memory of Barack Obama?
I think my favorite memory is his smiling, his laughter, his joking around, and just being one of the guys, enjoying life. And we lived in paradise in Hawaii, and just being together and knowing that we had a whole future ahead of us. Some of us live normal lives, and some of us run for president, and that's Barack Obama.